Keep your mouth shut. Keep your mouth shut. When you get money, keep your mouth shut. When blessings come, keep your mouth shut when great things happen for you. You know what I'm saying? When great things happen to you. You know, I was just thinking about something that money don't talk. Money is quiet. Money moves in silence. And you feel me? Money just shows up. Money doesn't talk. So what's the point of talking about, oh, you finna get this much amount of money, or you got this much amount of money, or just anything that come up that got to do with money or finances? Why talk? Why spoil it for yourself? If the money don't talk, why should you talk? You got to move in silence. You got to be discreet. You got to keep everything to yourself, even from your family. You can't tell nobody about how much money you're making. You know what I'm saying? Even if they ask, even if they play around, man, that shit is that as a grown man, anybody, period. You shouldn't tell nobody how much money you're making or how much money you got or how you getting your money. You feel me? That's top. That's cold. You feel me? That's rule number one when it comes to money. You know what I'm saying? Don't tell nobody nothing. Keep everything to yourself. You feel me? Because the more you keep your blessings and your finances to yourself, the more blessings and money will come to you. Because the universe is watching, God is watching. And every time you ask or you pray for some money and you get it, you go and tell everybody, or you go and tell everybody before you even get it. You feel me? I just got a notification today about something, you know what I'm saying? I'm just keep it to myself, like straight up. I'm gonna keep it to myself, bro, real rap, because everybody ain't gotta know. Because once you tell somebody, they're gonna tell another person and they're gonna tell everybody else. So it's just like, you can't trust nobody, you feel me? Especially when it comes to money. You can't trust nobody when it comes to money, you know what I'm saying? You can't, because everybody got their ulterior motives. You know what I'm saying? Look, monitoring spirits just flying around me. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers trying to keep eyes on me, trying to see what I'm doing, trying to see who I'm fucking with, how much money I'm getting. They trying to see, because I ain't posting on social media like that no more. You know what I'm saying? I'm going ghost mode. I'm going, you feel me? Keep your finances and all that shit to yourself, man, because at the end of the day, you know, you only gonna have you. Everybody is for themselves. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has some type of selfishness towards themselves. Most people are committed to themselves. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people are selfish. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people are backdooring and backstabbing and gossiping and all that crazy bullshit. You feel me? So it's just like, you know, sometimes as you get older, you start to become more wise. You start to pay attention a lot more. You feel me? You start to be more aware. You start to tap into yourself more. You start to see people for who they really are and how they move and what they really about. You know what I'm saying? So, because most people just want to fuck with you for the benefit of them. You know what I'm saying? So they can benefit off of you, whether it's sex, nigga, money, your attention, your time. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, everybody got ulterior motives, everybody got games, bro. We're not here to play games, especially on this channel. We talk real, you feel me? Keep your finances to yourself, keep your money to yourself, keep that job to yourself. You know what I'm saying? Results gonna show. You feel me? If you start doing a lot of shit differently, you know, start taking yourself out on dates, you get that new car, you got a new crib, you know what I'm saying, new relationship, you know what I'm saying, new swag, like new all that shit, you feel me, everything, you feel me, you start to do a lot of shit different, results show, you know what I'm saying, people ain't gonna see the grind, you know what I'm saying, they just only gonna see results, but they don't know what you have to do to get that, they don't know what you have to do to, you know what I'm saying, get where you at, you know what I'm saying, they don't know how far you came, you know what I'm saying. You might tell somebody what they want to hear, you know what I'm saying? but they don't know what you really going through. They don't know how you really got it. You know what I'm saying? Then when you do it, everybody asks for handouts. Man, fuck giving handouts. Nope. No. Even if a motherfucker did, you feel me, like help you here and there, but you still shouldn't give nobody no handouts though. You know what I'm saying? Because once you give a person a handout, now they feel like they're obligated to ask you for this amount of money, or they feel like you're obligated to give them some money, bro, and you're not. You feel me? You're not. You gotta keep your finances and your expenses to yourself. Keep your expenses low. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people out here looking rich, but they really not rich. They still living with their mama. They still living in the hood. You know what I'm saying? They still doing shit they should have been stopped doing. You know, some people just don't learn. You know what I'm saying? And God take care of fools. You feel me? That's real rap. God take care of fools. Some people just don't learn a lesson, and God just always protecting them because they don't know no better. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people in this world really don't know no better, and they can get away with a lot of shit. They can really get away with a lot of shit that they want, but we can't because we different. We not like everybody else. I'm not like everybody else. You feel me? I'm really not. You know, and I have to really come to my senses. Like, man, I ain't like nobody else. You feel me? Like, why would you want to be like everybody else? Because everybody else do what everybody else do. Everybody, they all the same, bro. What makes you stand out from everybody else? You feel me? What makes you different from everybody else? What makes you different from all your friends or so-called friends? Or, you know what I'm saying? What makes you different from your family? You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta look at shit like that. Shit, sometimes it's best to say no. Fuck it. It's best to say no, bro. Real rap. And sometimes you can't keep not entertaining, but you can't keep dealing with the bullshit, especially if something that doesn't serve you. You know what I'm saying? Especially if something that you can't control. It's just like, man, whatever. Like, I'm not finna stress over this shit. I ain't finna, you know what I'm saying? Because when you care about shit so much, you stress yourself out, and it shouldn't be like that. You feel me? Especially if you having responsibilities that you shouldn't like, you taking on a responsibility that you shouldn't be taking on, you know what I'm saying, that you shouldn't be, but you doing it anyway. But sometimes you just gotta really look out for yourself. For real. Sometimes you gotta get up out the matrix. You gotta get up out of there, bro. Real rap. You know what I'm saying? You gotta figure out a way to escape, you know, that portal. Figure out a way to escape that matrix, that loophole, you know what I'm saying? Because you keep repeating the same cycle each and every day, bro. You know, it's just, I don't know, feel me? Everything around us is not real, bro. Everything around us is not real. None of this shit is, bro, for real. I'm sitting out here, I've been sun gazing for about an hour. You know what I'm saying? I've just been sitting, I've just been getting sunlight, you know, reboosting my energy, getting my energy back right, you know what I'm saying? Manifesting, you know, just thinking positive and you know, because I did wake up on some crazy shit. Not no crazy shit, but, you know, just it don't matter, you feel me? Like, I have to switch my energy up, you know what I'm saying? Now I just feel like I'm at peace now. Now I'm at peace, you know? Like I said, you know, just shit, sometimes the best knowledge is self-knowledge, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, bro, you know, life is the best experience. You know, it's cool to read books and all that, but life will really teach you some things, you know what I'm saying? You can't get too attached. You can't get attached to nothing. Money, relationship, you know what I'm saying? Like anything, bro. Like, because at the end of the day, it's not yours. You can't get attached to none of this. A lot of this shit around here is for you to, is to control your mind, to keep your mind controlled, to keep your mind in a loophole how everybody else in this world, everybody else is living worldly because of the mind control, because of the shit that they see on an everyday basis. That's why it's only the 1%ers. That's why it's only 1% of people that's actually rich, that actually got up out the loophole and changed the way they think, changed their mindset. That's why they rich. That's why they call it the 1%ers, because the 99% of people is still living in the same loophole, the same shit each and every day. You feel me? So, you know, you just gotta see things from a different perspective. You gotta really open your mind and see things and see the world for how it really is. You know, because Mother Nature works in your favor. She really do. She really does. Mother Nature keep you at peace. Mother Nature, it'll show you what's real and what's fake. It'll show you what's for you and what's not for you. It'll give you signs. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I'm just sitting here peaceful. I ain't been on social media all day. I definitely ain't been listening to no rap music. You feel me? But you know, I'm at peace right now. Like, I ain't even been thinking about nothing. You know, sometimes the best thing to think about is nothing. You feel me? I learned that from a monk. Sometimes the best thing to think about is nothing. You feel me? Even if you can't come on it, sometimes that might be the best thing, because you're not thinking about nothing. You're not stressing about nothing. You're not worried about nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just you in a state of being. You just being in the moment. Right now, I'm being in the moment, and you should be in the moment for real. Don't let the worldly shit fuck your mind up or control your mind and thinking you keeping up with the Josens and trying to be how everybody else be and trying to do what everybody else do. That ain't true. You know what I'm saying? Certain people ain't. That's what they do, because they living worldly and they doing worldly shit. We ain't doing that. You know what I'm saying? We ain't doing that. You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying we ain't perfect. Ain't nobody perfect. You know what I'm saying? We all ain't perfect. You know what I'm saying? Nobody is perfect in this world. I'm not. You not. Nobody is. But as long as you have a strong mindset, as long as you got a relationship with God, as long as you trust the universe, as long as you talk to Mother Nature, you're gonna be alright, bro. Straight up, you're gonna be alright. You're gonna be alright. You're gonna be a part of that 1%. You know what I'm saying? Everybody out here just living for the chase. Everybody out here just chasing something. They don't even know what they chasing. Everybody just living life because of the chase, because of the attention, because of the fame. You know what I'm saying? Because of the clout. Clout is like a drug. But it's a whole different story though. You feel me? Anyways, yeah, man. Make sure y'all subscribe.